internet has ushered in a new era of celebrities who are now more famous for their outlandish behavior than for whatever art form it is that should be making them famous. I mean, Tekashi, he didn't dye his hair rainbow colors just for his health. And it's kind of funny how Kanye West put on a Donald Trump's hat as he was getting ready to release his latest albums. And as for Lil Tay, well, she keeps on flexing because he keeps bringing in them eyeballs. She's bashing grown-ass men who are hating on her. I feel like that line was aimed directly at me. But don't worry, Lil Tay, I'm already working on your After Their Famous video. Now today I'm gonna give you a little history lesson on the evolution of the online troll. First off, the term troll, well, it comes from Scandinavian folklore. We're talking about a mythological creature known to be ugly, dirty, and angry who lives in dark places like underneath bridges, waiting to attack. But nowadays trolls, well, they're a little more family friendly.
Poppy is the leader of the trolls, and it's not her fault she's so insanely happy.
With the rise of the internet, the term troll was remastered and given to cyberbullies lurking in the comment section of websites. Online trolls are defined by the Urban Dictionary as follows: being a prick on the internet because you can, typically unleashing one or more cynical or sarcastic remarks on an innocent bystander because it's the internet. And hey, you can. Now I personally know all about this, I get some pretty mean comments on the daily, but things have evolved into trolls coming out from behind their computers and trolling as an art form.
You think that you're gonna be a big star, but we all know you still drive a shit car. That's what happens when you fuck with dude with swag. I'll shoot you through your car window and then I'll go and fuck your dad.
That there was an example of the failed YouTuber dude with swag. He's definitely got to work on them lyrics. But now you get what I'm saying. Trolls, well, they're going front and center and getting all the attention. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden and we're going to break down the top 5 most famous online trolls here for you on Top 5. I haven't named this series. Let's just kick things off. Coming in at number 5, we've got Lil Tay. No, I'm not entirely sure what Lil Tay's endgame plan is. I guess she's got a couple years to figure that out. But she did have a meetup with Rich the Kid, and there was talk that she could be joining his Rich Forever label.
You already know what's going on, CEO gang. Me and my boy Rich the Kid out here, Rich Forever. Tell him what's up.
But for now, she's flexing her way to big numbers on all her social media accounts, with her clocking in over 1.6 million on Instagram at the time of this recording. Now in a recent troll-like move which I found hilarious, well, Lil Tay slid into Ben Baller's comment section, and under a post of Mr. Baller and his McLaren, well, Lil Tay commented, "I'm gonna need the car back by 6 p.m. And Ben Baller, he wasn't impressed. He actually threatened to beat up her parents. Now this only fueled other trolls to hit at Ben Baller, with one even accusing him of using Lil Tay for clout. Yeah, we got a troll epidemic. Now if Lil Tay is number 5 on this list, her mentor, well, she's got to take the number 4 spot. I'm talking about Vicky. Like her young Padawan, Vicky, she hasn't really figured out what her game plan is for the future. It looks like she wants to be a rapper. The only problem is, she's really bad at it.
Ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, bitch.
In typical troll fashion, Vicky has thrown common sense out the window, and her Rice Gum diss track was by far the most racist piece of content I've ever seen in my life. Now the video was quickly struck down, but that doesn't mean she's given up on rapping completely.
But the money keep dancing. I ain't doing shit unless I get a fraction.
Now Vicky's entire career has been built on troll behavior. She claims she's from Zone 6 and lived in a bando. She blatantly lied that her Ancestry.com results came back with her being 44% black or of African descent. She's faked a pregnancy, she faked a mugshot, then she got arrested, got a real mugshot. There were fake fights. And the whole thing, it's just, it's out of control. Now it's actually pretty ridiculous when a simple Google search reveals that her dad's a super successful realtor and her sister is a high-end fashion designer out in New York City. The apple fell really far from the tree here. At the end of the day, Vicky does what she can to keep all eyes on her because her social media sponsorships are making her rich. Actually, wait, no, she doesn't get any of those. So what's she doing it for? Let's move on. Next up at number 3, we have Tekashi69, and he has mastered the art form of trolling, literally turning himself into one.
Niggas envy, Blicky got the stiffy, got Blicky, drumming whole 50,
Now when most people get hit with a charge of sexual misconduct with a minor, well, that's typically the end of their career. But for Tekashi, this is when things seriously started to take off. See, the secret of troll fame is that they've mastered the art of not giving a fuck. Good press, bad press, it's all the same. It's press, it's clicks, it's views, and that's growth. Now, Tekashi first found fame on Instagram when he trolled his audience by wearing shirts that read HIV and Pussy Eater. Then he went from there to get 200 tattoos of 69 all over his body to make sure that people were constantly looking in his direction. And as his social media accounts grew, well, he brought in more and more eyeballs with crazier antics. I mean, this guy's even faked his own death.
Yo, rest in peace, my man 69. Yo, rest in peace.
He's violating my bro.
Each and every time Tekashi decides to post online, it's typical troll behavior. He wants everyone looking at him. I mean, he signed his life away to the Illuminati for $7.5 million. He also had his chain tested, to see like the accuracy of the diamonds, and it came back fake. He also posts a lot of tough talking clips where he hits back at his haters, telling them to test his gangsta. We've also seen him get jumped at the airport. We've also seen him jump off stage and land on his face. But Tekashi knows this is the life of a troll. And despite all this, he's still got a lot to learn from the next guy on our list. Coming in at number 2, Kanye West has been trolling the world, well, since this.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Now that was back in 2005, and fast forward the clock to just a few weeks ago, and we got this.
Whoopie dee scoop. Scoop dee dee whoop. Whoop dee scoop dee poop.
Oh God, you're right. It is bleeding just a little bit, isn't it?
Now you gotta hand it to Kanye for producing genre-defining music throughout his career, but there has been a pattern to his wild antics. The art of moving a new album, it hasn't changed over the years. You have to make people care any goddamn way you can. And Kanye, he's one of the best at doing this. Now, prior to the release of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, and The Life of Pablo, well, Kanye West was in full-on troll mode. He dropped random songs, he planned elaborately staged TV performances, and as always, he was blowing the world away on Twitter. Here's my favorite Kanye Twitter moment. On Valentine's Day of 2016, Kanye wasn't sending lovey-dovey messages to Kim. Instead, he hit up Twitter announcing that he was $53 million in personal debt. And he asked Mark Zuckerberg to invest $1 billion in Kanye West ideas. He ended it by saying, "Mark, I know it's your birthday, but can you call me by tomorrow?" And it wasn't even the Zuck's actual birthday. He was born on May 14th. Now, Kanye's erratic behavior over the years has had people scratching their heads, so much so that Kim Kardashian recently had to go public, stating that her man wasn't having another mental breakdown. Speaking of Kim Kardashian, now if Kanye is king, well then I gotta give some credit to the queen and her crew. The Kardashians are taking our #1 spot. All of them. So if you don't know the true tale about the Kardashian clan, let me break it down for you quickly. When Robert Kardashian decided to set the juice loose, O.J. Simpson, and shortly thereafter died, well, Kris Jenner's life for some time it was in shambles. She was essentially kicked out of Hollywood and had few prospects. Now I've actually talked about this in my video titled The Kardashian Curse. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what she was up to back in the 80s.
I love my friend.
She loves you. She loves you.
I love my friend.
Then there was a clip of Kris Jenner pulling a Rebecca Black over 3 decades before bad music videos would become an online trend. At the time, she loved O.J. Simpson and Rob Kardashian, but not for long. After 11 years of marriage, Rob Kardashian found out that Kris had been having an affair, and he cut her off financially. She went from Beverly Hills to broke as a joke, and she was shunned by the Hollywood elite, picking up odd jobs as a cleaning lady for her former socialite gal pals. Hence Kris's almost immediate rebound marriage to Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner. She then got to work on rebranding his diminishing celebrity name, turning him back into a commodity that would keep her family's social status alive amongst the rich and famous.
If it's not a stair climber plus, it's not the real thing.
I'm gonna leave a link to that video down below. So Kris put in the work and embraced the mentality of a troll. Now what did trolling look like back in 2007? Well, it took the form of a sex tape. It was the best way to guarantee you became a household name. Good work, Kim.
I can't tell if she's stroking it or he is.
From there on out, the Kardashians were absolutely everywhere and on the tip of everyone's tongue. Didn't matter if it was good news, bad news, gender transitioning, they were everywhere. And the Kardashians, well, they cashed in hard, keeping themselves relevant, while they also proved that you can actually transform yourself out of being a troll. Like Kim Kardashian these days, she's getting awards for being an influencer. And when she puts out a book that's just selfies, well, everyone praises her for her genius. So keep on trolling. Eventually, you can become whatever you want that way.
A lot of this is just his face.
Alright guys, that's all I got for you in this one. My name is Michael Crudden, but you already know that. Now there are a few others I could have thrown on this list. Conor McGregor, that dude knows how to work the media. Jake Paul and Team 10, they know how to take some hits. Keemstar, he's had some serious troll memes made in his name. And the list goes on and on. Martin Shkreli, he actually trolled himself into prison. 50 Cent, huge troll. The Game, about as big. Let me know if you want me to make part 2 in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in another video.
He's not like getting all up in there like blah, 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 blah. He's just like